Hey, I'm Machete, and I'm going to teach you how to change some strings on a guitar. Let's rock. Alright, I have to change the strings on my guitar. The first guitar that we're going to change the strings on has a bridge where we slide it through the bottom. The other one has the little pins in it. I'll go over that. Don't panic. We're getting there. Alright, so first thing you want to do is take off the string, loosen it up. There are string winders you can use to do this sort of thing. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, because not everybody has a string winder. Okay, unhook it from the eye. Boom. Don't cut yourself on the end. These things can get sharp. Now, what I like to do to make it slide out easier, now this is very close to an electric guitar as well, because the electrics, they slide through the bottom or through the back as well of the bridge. Now, what I like to do, you see how it curls up like that, right? What I like to do is take some snips, some wire cutters, something sharp, and I'm just going to get rid of that. Wow! Now the next thing we're going to do is just feed the string through the bottom eye hole on the bridge. Okay, now basically what we're going to do is we're going to push the string through. There will be a little ball on the end of your string. That is good. Just pull it through, get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. That string is bad. Gone. Okay, the kind of strings that I like to use are the Ernie Ball Everlast coated. These are coated. They're great. They're a little softer on the fingers. Now these are extra light. Not the greatest to record with, but for jamming purposes and writing songs and having fun on the guitar, these are great for me. My hand's not that big, but the strings are usually numbered or in gauge, so you can see which string you want to put on where. I want to put the low E string on today, okay? Okay, here we have the low E string that I'm replacing. Wow! Okay, it's going to come wound up like that. Just unwind it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is feed the end without the ball through the bridge here. Okay, here we go. Pretty straightforward. Okay, we have the string through the hole in the bridge. Alright, now what we're going to do is feed it through the eye hole of the tuning peg. Okay, straight through. Now, the thing is, you don't want to pull it, don't pull it all the way tight like that. You're not going to have enough to wind it around, all right? So you do want to pull it back a little bit. Okay, so what I would suggest is you got it nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, just out. About that far. You guys can see how far out that is, right? Okay, now what you want to do is with your left hand, you just want to kind of hold the string at the eye hole so it doesn't slip back out and you don't lose all this slack that you put in there. Now what I do is I run my fingers down and I just hold it up in the air at the top of the neck. Bend this string so it arches over so you don't have to hold this anymore. And then what you do is like eye it up in your little piece here on the top of the neck, okay? Eye it up on the nut. Now what we're going to do is twist away from you. See how the string stays out now that I've bent it? Now what I'm doing with my right hand is just securing the string in the hole. Again, we don't want to lose this slack in here, right? And I'm not using a string winder. We're going the old-fashioned route. Might want to pull that up again just to get it out of your way. Again, see how I'm securing it here? Keeping it nice and tight, nice straight wind around the tuning peg and eye hole. That's right, I said eye hole. We're getting less slack on the top. Notice how I keep my finger down here? Just keeping that nice and straight in position. This is up in the air, out of our way. Winding, winding, winding. Oh, we're getting tighter here. Okay, our new string is on. Now what? I'm going to get rid of this. I used to, it's funny when I used to play in a touring band, we would have these hanging out and we'd almost be poking each other's eyes out, but sometimes if your guitar's being, the strings are being changed on your guitar on the flat, you can't really trim that off. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to trim it off. So those snips or wire cutters or any kind of sharp plier dealing you have, we're going to grab those again. Now again, be careful here, folks. You don't want to cut off the string that you put on. Alright, so just get the snip in there. Boom! Get rid of that excess. We don't need that. No, we don't need that. Alright, got rid of that. That's a little sharp there, be careful there. But check that out. See how tight that is? Nice and clean? Very nice. Very nice. Alright? Now, get your tuner and tune that bad boy up. You're going to notice they go out of tune right off the bat. The strings need to be stretched a bit. Okay, as I mentioned, when you put your strings on, they're going to go out of tune on you fairly quickly. A little trick is to stretch the strings, all right? Now, what I do to stretch the strings, so remember we put the low E string on this one, put my hand on the bridge, push down really hard, and just see how I'm pulling the string? All right, move down, pull the string, just stretch it around a bit, wiggle it, wiggle it. Don't pull down here on the bridge though, my friends. Have the pressure on your hand here, on the neck, okay? And again, just pulling it out, stretch it out a bit, because that string is going to stretch. You're going to go out of tune a bit off the hop. Don't feel bad. Your strings will sound great. Your guitar will sound great. New strings. I love new strings. Okay, now as I mentioned off the top, some guitars, acoustic guitars, they have pegs. You got pegs? I'm going to show you how to change the peg. Okay, now generally these are in there pretty tight. If you take a close look at mine, you can see they're a little beat up. I don't really worry about that too much. Now what I grab sometimes is just a pair of pliers. You know, some people are cringing right now, I understand that. Maybe your pegs are really loose and you can pop them out. I have to get in there and pull mine out. Like pulling a tooth. Now we pop the tooth out, or the pin out, of the bridge. You can see that's where the ball of the string goes into. Now, the peg itself has a little groove on it, or a little hole. That's for the string to slide into. Okay? So what we do is we get our little ball in there. Get the groove side facing up the guitar towards the string, and we just insert it. Basically, you can do that with your fingers, right? This guitar's seen a lot and been through a lot. So I gotta use pliers to pull these out. If you don't have to use pliers, that's great. Use your fingers, that's awesome. Sometimes you could put like a little piece of tissue paper around it so it doesn't damage it, that kind of thing there. Maybe they make things to pull those out these days. I don't know. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I've had a lot of requests for putting on strings, changing strings. There we have it. Hey, I hope that helped you out. I'm Chris Machete and I'm teaching you how to play guitar for free. Today we changed some strings. We didn't really play anything, but it's all gearing up towards it, right? Throw me a thumbs up if you could. That would be really cool. I would appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Come on. Jump in and catch on all the guitar lessons and all the rad stuff we do. I have songs that I've written, performed, recorded. They're for sale. You can just spin them for free if you want though too, but if you'd buy them, that would really help me out. I appreciate that. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've done a ton of lessons here. Holy cow. I can check you out on Facebook and you can check me out on Facebook. It's a give and take relationship, my friends. I'm Chris Machete. Hope you're doing okay, doing good. Have a good time with your guitar.
Like World War III, I will blow it up a catastrophe.